Welcome to another episode of Just Talk of Gabe. I'm here, but my psychic is not here today.
I'm right here.
Wait, you're here?
I'm here.
You know, you've been gone for so much lately, but okay. So, since she's here, let's get started. Who do we have today?
Well, I'm glad I'm back for our Season 2 finale. We have the amazingly hilarious content creators from Halo House.
Man, this is going to be epic. For those who don't know, Halo House is filled with amazing, diverse, and humorous talent.
But before we get started with this awesome finale, let's give a shout out to our sponsors, Fade Life Clothing and BCK Online.
Fade Life Clothing is a unique clothing line out of Atlanta, Georgia, geared towards those who love intoxicating style.
And BCK Online is a digital online magazine that keeps you in the know, up to date on the lives of young entertainers, rising stars, parents, and much more.
I'm glad they both joined us on our journey this season. Now, alright, go grab your snacks, sit back, relax, and enjoy the Season 2 finale of Just Talk of Gabe. Josh, Ace, Lauren, and Alex, thank you so much for coming to the show today.
Yes, of course.
We're so excited to be here.
Thank you.
All right, I know our listeners want us to dive right in, so let's get into it. Let's start with you, Josh. Tell us about Halo House and how you all came together.
So it's actually, it's kind of crazy. We all started on Musical.ly, kind of going into TikTok, and then we met each other in LA at collaborations, and we just got really close. And then started working together on some bigger projects and like kind of involving business here and there. And then we moved here to Arizona and we were like, okay, let's go ahead and start Halo House and kind of launch ourselves as a group. So that's how we met each other, and we're still together and actually might be relocating to LA soon.
Oh,
wow. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. So, Josh, you're also a talent manager and a content creator. So how did you personally get started in the business?
So in July of 2019, VidCon happened, which is kind of like where we met everybody. We were in Burbank and just all kind of having fun. And I started building relationships with different agencies and different brands. And there was kind of like a lack of representation for deals, and agencies were kind of taking advantage of creators. And I kind of saw it firsthand myself. So I just kind of like decided, there wasn't like really like a formal contract or anything. I was just like, hey, like, let me take on these projects. I started learning more and more and building relationships, and then kind of developed the whole management side. And now we're kind of like moving the energy into using the management towards Halo House as being like a production company to build like our network and do fun projects together.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Ace, my question for you is kind of along the same lines, but for those who don't really know what digital content creators do, can you tell us that and tell us how you got started in the business?
Yes, absolutely. It's so funny because I'm also an actress, so I'm in that industry, and 99% of my life is auditioning and not hearing anything back, and that can get so frustrating at times. I'm sure you know, Gabe. And
Yeah, I know.
The thing is that like I got a little frustrated. I was like, there's a market there for social media and creating your own content and acting in your own material and creating your own art. Why don't I just get started with that? And sure enough, I was on a plane one day and I pulled out my camera and jokingly just started lip syncing to Spice Girls Down the Aisle. And these two guys saw me and they were like, hey, you should get started with this app called Lasso, which is Facebook's version of TikTok. And so I did. And then from there, I met Josh, and then we created this awesome friendship. And I put my trust and love in him so much. Once he told me that he wanted to start managing, I was like, please, me. And we started growing a team and a family from there. And so, so that's how I got started. And digital creators, I think we just love creating content to entertain people, and we get instant validation from that because once we put it out there, we see everyone liking it and commenting, and it's an amazing feeling. And so it's almost addicting, right?
Absolutely. Now you have to tell us, okay, everybody wants to know, what Spice Girls song did you lip sync to?
Oh my goodness, Queen, it is the one and only Wannabe, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I won't sing, I promise.
Don't sing. Don't.
Maybe later.
Oh, boy.
For the finale.
Oh, boy. Okay. Lauren, same question. How did you get started in the business?
I was actually in college at the time, and I had a friend who was doing social media, and I've always wanted to do social media, but my mom was always like, once it's out there in the world, it's out there forever. Like, that's so scary. And it kind of did scare me too, but I really wanted to. And then so my friend introduced me to Alex. They were collabing, and then I met Alex, and then I started social media like pretty soon after, and then ever since then, me and Alex started dating, and then we met Josh, and then Ace, and then now here we are like a year later, and it's kind of crazy to think so much has happened within the last year. It's feels like it's been so much longer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It really does. So, Alex, how did you get started? Was it kind of just meeting up with Lauren, or did you kind of get started before you met Lauren?
Honestly, I just had no friends, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to start posting. So I started posting on different apps before I started posting on Musical.ly. And then I was offered some money, and I was like, oh, this is like a possible career path, I guess, even though I was getting like little to nothing every month. But eventually I decided I wanted to go to Los Angeles, and that's where I met Lauren, and things just kept going. And now we're here in Halo House, in a house with other creators. But it's
Right.
yeah, it's really fun. It's cool, but it was I don't know if I really saw like a defining point where I was like, you know what, this is now like what I'm going to do. It just kept growing and growing to the point where I just felt comfortable. So yeah, that's kind of how it worked out for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is. So you guys live in the same house together. So what has been the weirdest thing that has happened in that house?
Oh God.
We can't tell you.
Oh, no, you have to tell us.
I mean,
It involves
you did a skit. We'll get like, okay, so
yes.
For Alex had this skit where he wanted to like wear diapers, and basically it was kind of like the outcast was the one who would wear normal clothes. So I was the guy in the video that would wear normal clothes, but we had so much fun having the diapers. We just started walking around like with the diapers and taking funny Polaroids. So it's pretty weird because like even we had a guest over, and like we showed the photos, and then we wanted to take more photos all just wearing diapers. But it's kind of it's like our group signature almost. So if anybody comes visit, they can depend to know that we're gonna get some dope photos with our.
Depends.
Oh,
Can
that's
depend.
awesome.
You guys put out so much amazing content. So tell us about one of your funniest moments doing all this. Lauren, let's start with you.
Oh gosh, that's a good question. Funniest moment. There's so many great moments. Shoot. I gotta think of something.
Like great. Wait, are
Like
you talking about like greatest moments of
Of, like filming?
during filming?
Yeah.
Yeah, during filming.
Oh, actually, yes, I have an idea. Yes. So one of the first videos we did as the house together was a Bean Boozled like Fiery 5 challenge. And I do not like spicy things. I cannot handle spicy things. And it was about how well we knew each other. And I mean, I thought I knew everyone pretty well, but I guess not. And I kept losing, and I kept having to have these very extremely hot jelly beans. And I was like, I almost walked out of the house. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm actually dying on the inside. But like in the moment, it was extremely painful. But looking back at the video, it's so funny because I am in such like distress during the whole thing. It's so entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I have to agree with
no,
that. Like the distress is so real. Like you can just like being there. Like it was almost like I was kind of like concerned for her, but it was so funny.
Poor Lauren.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was sad.
Ace, what about you?
As far as funny moments, I mean, there is so many, like, every time we film, we cannot get through it without laughing about something. Like, for instance, we did this challenge where Alex had to do Lauren's makeup and Josh had to do mine. And and they like, had to pick, like, a theme that was inspired by. And I swear, like, Josh, I guess I can't give it away because we haven't posted it yet, but it is so funny to like kind of see like the boys squirm doing our makeup.
Oh my god!
and not really knowing like what they're using or what they're doing, and so like it's actually we can't even get through anything without laughing so hard. So it's such a good time.
Yeah.
Josh, same question.
Oof. I have to veto that. I think like there's just like so many different moments. Whether it's like I remember Alex's video, like I ran out and I just like slipped in the grass and got mud all over my clothes, and that was just like to me it was so funny. Or like I don't even like filming at the I think one of the
it
things.
wasn't even planned. That's why it was cool.
Oh yeah, it wasn't even planned. Like I literally was running away because I was embarrassed. I was wearing jeans, like like for someone who doesn't, not supposed to in a world of diapers. So I'm running away, and our grass was extremely muddy. So I just slipped and just ruined like my jacket and my jeans. Just like completely muddy.
Did you ruin it, or did you?
Did it. I think after washing it, it turned out pretty well actually. But in the moment, it felt like I ruined it. But I thought that was funny, and even our dentist. We had some funny experiences together, just kind of, we're working with Invisalign. So we would go there, and our dentist was super funny and wanted to act in our videos. And I think one thing that really stood out is the fact that I thought I would not have a single cavity at all. And we went with so much confidence, and it turns out I had 6 cavities. And I was like, so we go to the dentist, and we're working with Invisalign, and our dentist is just so funny. He's, throwing jokes at us left and right. And then we go to this other dentist because we have to get like an inspection. And just to make sure we don't have cavities. And I'm so confident. I've never had a cavity in my life. I'm like, I'm not going to have cavities. And I get there, and Alex is like, turns out I have a cavity. I can't believe it. And I'm like, sorry, that's so sad. Like, can't relate. And then the dentist comes back, and he's like counting my teeth. And this is all for like content too, right? And turns out I have 6 cavities in my mouth. So I went through this whole phase for 2 weeks where I had to have my wisdom tooth removed. I had to have all my cavities filled. And I just thought that whole thing was just so funny.
Oh my God. Alex, what about you? Same question.
I would say, man, you brought up 2. That was unfair. What penguin?
Oh, Franklin?
Oh yeah, we were at our orthodontist, and our orthodontist asked us if we wanted like this Disneyland. What is that ride? That one ride? No, a Magic Mountain.
I think
is that what it's called? Splash Mountain. It's called Splash Mountain, and they have those like characters like on the right. Have you been to Disneyland? You're looking at me like you don't know.
I have no idea.
Oh my God. Okay, well, Splash Mountain has those like animals to the right and to the left, and they gave us a penguin that looks like one of those animals that would be in Splash Mountain before you take that huge fall. And they just said, do you want it? It's like 4.5 feet tall. Like it's just chilling. It just stands.
Oh, wow, it's my size. No, I promise you guys, I'm 4 foot proud, 7.5 inches tall.
Wait, you're
That
4
half-inch
foot
max.
Oh my
7?
gosh. Fun size.
Oh my God, yeah, you're fun size.
I am the size of an 8-year-old. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm so proud of that.
Pretty sure she can fit into a suitcase.
That's crazy.
That's actually wild.
That's amazing, actually.
Gabriel, how tall are you?
I'm like 5'2".
Yeah, so he gets a kick out of patting me on the head.
Yeah.
And I'd pat him on the head.
I pat everybody on the head. I'm 6'3".
Yeah, Josh is pretty tall.
Okay, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
Keep
sorry.
going.
Yeah, so anyways, they gave us this random 4'5" like penguin looking thing. We named him Franklin Penguin, or Franklin the Penguin.
Yes, the boys come home and they're like, hey, we had a blast at the orthodontist. Josh has 6 cavities. I have 1 cavity. And guess what? We have like a life-size penguin. But they bring it in and they're like, his name is Franklin. And he literally stares at us every morning when we come out to get breakfast. So he's
my God, you guys.
he's an honorary member of the Halo House for sure.
Nice.
Okay, we need a picture of Franklin with all of you guys on somebody's
Yeah.
social
Okay,
media.
we will.
Please do that.
Yes. Okay. What has been your favorite project to date? Ace, let's start with you.
A favorite project. Ooh, that's so good. Honestly, one that I've always enjoyed, who is also part of our team that isn't here right now, Johnny. He started this whole series where he was babysitting a watermelon, and he and he actually let me babysit it. And at the end, I kill it twice.
No.
No, I'm not very good at babysitting, but it was probably like my favorite project because I was able to go around LA with this little watermelon and give it like clothes and feed it McDonald's and push it around in a stroller. And honestly, it was such a riot. I don't think I've ever laughed so hard with everyone that helped us film that. But that was definitely one of my favorite projects and videos that I've worked on thus far.
All right.
That's awesome.
Josh, same
Yeah,
question.
I remember being that for that series. It was so funny filming it, and remember we were at the old house in September in LA. It actually brings back so many memories. Like I kind of like flashback to that same time frame back in like September of 2019 because there was, I did like Mama Penny would go to different places. Like I had done Mama Penny Becomes Visco and would go in public. But one thing that like really was out of my comfort zone, and like Ace was like my hype man. She's like, you got this. You can do it. I threw on my towel and walked around Hollywood Boulevard and the main mall there, walked into the elevator around thousands of people on like a weekend and just like improvised and just filmed a whole bunch of content. And I just remember that being like super like exhilarating and like, the highest level anxiety I've ever had. But like, I kind of like lived, fed off of it. And it just like, it felt so great, and it was so much fun, and getting so many different reactions, and even meeting fans. And then, Johnny, as I'm literally have a towel on my head, Johnny's like pushing his watermelon and like a little, and he's over here like with the watermelon and Johnny and all of us. So it was definitely, I feel like that was a day that just really just kind of stays with me.
That's awesome. Wait, does the watermelon have a name?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Her name is Watermelonisha.
Okay, so Watermelon Nisha needs a picture as well.
Deal.
Okay. Lauren, same question.
Yes. I think my favorite project to this day that I did was I created like this Disney shows be like series on my TikTok, and I got to play like this character. I started making this mom character, and it's kind of based off of my mom, but she's just a little more ditzy than my mom, a little more like, I don't know, just your everything and anything a mom would do, like anything relatable is like my mom character. And I started doing this Disney shows be like, and I grew up on Disney and I love Disney. And when I started posting them, so many people liked it so much that I was not expecting it to turn into a series, but then it ended up turning into a 5-part series. And like the satisfaction of all the great comments and all the wonderful like feedback just like really was like a whole nother level of motivation for me. And it was really fun playing an actual different character, because that was the first time that I was playing someone different. And I had like a wig for it and everything, glasses, and like it's just like so something that I wouldn't have done back in the day that like I do now, and I really enjoy it. So like I think that's the funnest thing for me so far is like my Disney show be like series, because I really enjoyed making them.
And it wasn't even just like they were amazing and she did a whole series, but you literally created a trend, because then everybody started. So like she was a trendsetter for that whole concept on TikTok, because she was the person that like really did it with the characters, like the music, like really did the whole thing. And
yeah, I saw a couple before mine. Like it was kind of happening, but then I feel like once I posted mine, I just saw so much more, and like I loved watching them, because it's so funny to see how different people do the same kind of idea, but they put their own twist to it. So that's what I love about like trends and like being a part of them.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, Alex, the same question.
Okay, this one's weird, but you just gotta bear with me. We had a pet fly for about 3 weeks. I know that sounds really weird, but
Nice.
we would let him out and he would go around, but he would always come back to the same place. And he couldn't fly very well, so he wasn't able to go too far, but like he was able to like fly for about like 10 feet or so. And I ended up making a video with him. His name was Carlos. We named everything. So Carlos and I made a video together, and it was 50 Shades of Fly instead of 50 Shades of Grey. It was pretty R-rated, but it not really. But yeah, we actually had a pet fly. We would feed it and everything.
We had him on the counter, and like literally we'd had him on the counter, and he'd like hang out on our finger, and like we would put him on our shoulder, because like he was like blind or like missing wings, but I felt love for this fly. I was a pet.
He would actually just like sit on us, and we could walk around, and he'd still just be on our he'd just be on our clothes,
and we'd feed him. Like,
and then sometimes
sometimes
he'd disappear for a day, and then he'd come back, and we're like, "Oh, hey, dude."
And when Alex would film his video, like Carlos was so cooperative. Like he was a very good actor.
He's a great actor.
he listened. He was good. He didn't he wouldn't fly away. He was amazing.
Yeah.
But when we did lose him, we did find him, and it was devastating.
Yeah,
Josh
really
almost
sad.
broke down into tears.
I'm not gonna lie, I almost cried. And then one thing that like
This is a fly.
this is a lie. But like there's so much that, like whether it was the videos or like us making jokes, like we would stay up late at night and be like, Carlos, like there's so many videos on like Alex's like secondary account and stuff. But I remember one thing that was super funny about that is after he passed away and we actually found his body.
Oh no!
And we knew it was him. It was like the worst thing ever.
We could tell it was him by his wings.
Exactly.
It was
and we
so
did
weird.
research to find out if
I love how they're like, oh, it's a fly.
I'm getting sad now.
We did
That's
research
so
to see.
Poor Carlos.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say we did research to see if Carlos was like a male or a female because we thought we saw like larvae, and we were like, are we gonna have baby Carloses? And as we're doing research, these videos start popping up on how to find out male or female. And they're like, oh, as the flies like put their like little things together, they spread billions of disease germs for worms and parasites. And literally, I'm literally freaking out. I'm like washing my hands profusely, and I'm like trying to figure out what I'm going to do to deworm my body for the next 2 weeks.
Wow.
Wow.
You guys, I mean, I want to come please. I mean,
If you guys need photos of Carlos, we did a photo shoot with him.
Yes, we need photos of Carlos too.
They're very professional, yeah.
Okay, if you guys weren't doing what you're doing now, what would you be doing? So let's start with Josh. Josh, what would you be doing if you weren't doing what you're doing now?
What?
eBay.
Yeah.
eBay guy.
Honestly, I actually don't know because I had like a lot of passions growing up. I was like, oh, maybe I'll become like a nurse and potentially like a family doctor. I always really loved like law, always growing up as a kid. Like one thing I always did was go to estate sales, auctions, yard sales, like garage sales. Like I would literally like collect coins, and like I have like 3 different Singer machines, and I have like treasure chests that I fill with like magazines and like old cameras, projectors. The list goes on, and I still have a lot of this stuff. Unfortunately, half of it was stolen from our old house. Passion of mine. So I probably would have been like I don't know, owned like some antique store till the age of 80. What I would have done.
On this topic, me and my friend Evan the card guy on TikTok, or the card guy, we bought 100 Beanie Babies at a garage sale like 2 days ago. Or yeah, it was yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning.
Yeah, just putting that out there if you guys want.
So what are they worth? Have you guys checked out what are they worth?
Like $5 each.
But when they first came into the
never
house,
mind.
they stormed the door like, you would not believe. And I was like, what? And I knew Beanie Babies, like they had a lot of value. And like in 2019, they were like looking up some of the pieces, and they were like, 20,000 for each one of these. And like they're freaking out, and they're like, we have over $250,000. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, that's actually sick. And then we get back to the house, and I'm like, okay, so what's up? They're like, yeah, so like we're looking at like 5 to 10 for some adult, and I'm like, 1,000. They're like bucks, and some are like 150, but they still got a lot more value than what they paid. But they're super cute. They actually are like, I want to buy some from them because they're super cute.
Oh,
nice.
I think the Beanie Babies need
Yeah,
a
they
video.
do.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Turn it
name
out
each
there.
and every one of them.
All right. Ace, same question.
Honestly, it's so hard because I knew growing up, I would always be in the entertainment industry, and this kind of like I stumbled upon, this. But my ultimate goal in life is to be a series regular on a sitcom, or to be like a red carpet correspondent, maybe a host of my own show type of thing. So I've always known that entertainment was my route. The weirdest thing that I thought I was going to be when I was a kid was a mortician, but we won't go into that. But like I don't know. I really do believe deep down in my heart that entertainment is the place for me. So definitely acting is always been number one. So if I wasn't doing social media, I'd be going the traditional media route for sure.
That's cool. Lauren, same question.
I'm right there with Ace. I always wanted to be in the entertainment industry. My dad worked at the studios, and he was always taking me on sets, and I wanted to be an actress at first, and then I kind of realized when the cameras would go on, I would turn bright red, and I would kind of shut down. But I would love to be somewhere in it. And I went to school, and I graduated with an editing degree. So if I wasn't doing social media right now, I would be probably like a full-time editor for like a show or something, because I really enjoy like putting something together and like creating something that people will like watch, and me being like, yeah, like I put that together. Like every shot that you see, like that's what I did. And it's so funny because when I show my mom like my edits, she's like, it's great. Like what did you do? And she has like a hard time understanding that like I put together the edits, like the beats and the moments, and I like create things out of nothing sometimes. So I think I would be like an editor for sure, video editor.
And she's really good at it.
Nice.
Nice. Awesome.
Alex,
I
same
want to work in
question.
an aquarium. Yeah.
Really?
I just want to
Oh.
see fish. You know what I mean?
I want to hang out with a real
I want to hang out with dolphins and I was about to say a Caterpie. That's a Pokemon.
It's a Caterpie Pokemon.
Yeah, or a Pokemon collector, but you know, it's hard to be a Pokemon
Nice.
collector now.
Yeah.
Aren't you like a Pokemon guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So see, Gabe can come live with us.
Hey, all right, Gabe, we can go to the aquarium and catch Pokemon.
Gabe, question for you. Have you
Yes.
watched the recent like Logan Paul content with all the Pokemon cards that are being opened up? Oh man,
No,
you
I
have to. It's like
Dude,
this whole thing.
wait, Gabe, do you know like your most valuable cards?
Oh boy, I don't know. I'd have to like go through my entire collection to see if I could find anything valuable. But there's
Yeah,
probably
you
something.
should
in
send
there.
me them and
Ask me.
yeah.
Yeah, don't send the photos. Just send the cards.
Just send the cards and I'll appraise them.
Oh yeah. Well, you appraise them and then get back to me and let me know, and then
Okay,
I'll give
for
you
sure.
a cut. That's what we'll do. Yeah. I mean, you didn't hear that. Dave. You didn't hear
I heard that. I'm saying it right here. I heard it.
that. Okay. Before we take our commercial break, what is one piece of advice that you would give up and coming digital creators that want to start? So let's go with Ace. What would your one piece of advice be?
100%. Rip off the Band-Aid. Don't think about it. Just do it. I always say Nike. Just do it. Don't think about it. Pick up your phone. You don't need a professional camera, lights, whatever. Honestly, you just need yourself, your biggest personality, your best attribute about you, and just put it on and just put it out there. Don't think about it. Just do it.
I like that.
Nice.
Lauren,
Yeah,
what
going
about
off what
you?
she says is like, just do it and don't stop. Be as consistent as possible. Like honestly, just bust out as much as you possibly can. Quantity is like a huge thing for growing and being consistent, and just don't slack. If you're gonna go full send, just full on go for it.
That's awesome. What about you, Alex?
I would say be yourself, because if you're not yourself, you're not going to enjoy anything. Because I remember when I first started social media, like it was kind of like this gray area of like not knowing. I didn't even really know that I didn't enjoy the content that I was making, and I wasn't really who I was and like showing myself on social media. So as long as you are yourself and you enjoy what you're doing, I think you'll be successful because you'll enjoy it. So there's no reason for you to stop or not based on views or whatnot. So as long as you love what you do, like just be yourself.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What about, last but not least, Josh?
I think
what about you?
definitely if you truly know that you want to be a content creator, biggest piece of advice to being successful, one, I'm going to give that. But one thing to like, another thing is to keep your humility. I think keeping your humility and taking care of your mental health are super important, no matter what you do, but especially in social media or being a content creator, because if you don't take care of that, then your content's going to reflect that. So that's important. And then another thing is, again, being yourself, being the best you that you can be. So if you have this in your heart, so like I love traveling, I love food, I love all these different specific things, whether it's even couponing. So, and I also love playing to other characters. So I incorporated the true desires in my life that had nothing to do with creating content and put it into how I could express myself through that content, whether I'm in characters or vlogging or whatever it is. So definitely just making sure you do what you truly love and incorporate into what you make.
That's awesome.
I just got the creepiest looking smile when you said coupon.
I love couponing. Oh my God. I am your coupon.
Yes,
your coupon
Mama
soulmate.
Penny, and you can go
Yeah.
couponing any
Okay.
day.
And see, and you can do it digitally, and then
Oh,
I
yeah.
organize my coupons
Oh, 100%.
alphabetically.
Oof.
yeah.
Oh, excellent. I get excited. I
See?
love saving money
Before this
whenever I can
turns
save
into a
money.
couponing show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, Josh, we're there,
I like
man.
spending.
Couponing is where it's at.
Yeah, we're going on commercial
Awesome.
break. So we'll be right back, guys.
Okay, see you in a
Okay,
bit.
guys, we'll be right back.
Welcome back to the show, everyone.
Welcome back. And if you guys have not downloaded the Anchor.fm podcast, do it and start making your own podcast today.
All right, welcome back to the show,
Woo!
everybody.
Back.
Whoa, welcome back.
All right, Yeah, let's get into the next round of questions.
This is the fun round of
Okay,
questions.
yay, I'm
I
excited.
like this round.
All right. Let's start with Josh first. What is your favorite city?
Oof, and I oop. Oh, you know what? I think for me it's Merida. I know Merida, Yucatan. This is a city in Mexico where my mom is from and my family grew up. It's not in the U.S., but it is my favorite city ever.
Oh, that's
Okay.
awesome.
My
Ace, what
favorite
about
city
you?
is Los Angeles. It's always been super gracious to me, and a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with it. But for me, I have always found it to be so much fun. So Los Angeles for sure.
I would
All right,
say
Lauren, same
Burbank
question.
because that is where both of my parents grew up. That's where I grew up. I haven't traveled too much,
Yeah.
so a lot of my time is spent in Burbank, and my family doesn't leave Burbank because everything you need is in Burbank. So I like Burbank.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
Burbank.
a
yeah, I
really
love
nice
Burbank.
Oh
place.
yeah, I love Burbank. And do your parents order from Amici? Tell them if they have not ordered from Amici. Hopefully, it's still there.
I definitely
They
need
don't know
to
what they're
tell them
missing.
that because
Oh, yeah,
they
it's
need to
really good.
expand their eating places. So yeah, I'll let them know.
Oh yeah, I think we order from them like every day
Wow.
for
Yeah.
almost a
Wow.
month.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna drive.
That's like
right
us with Chipotle.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, I love Chipotle.
There
I
you
would
go.
say
Alex,
Bellevue,
what about you?
Washington. That's where I grew up. It's just it's a city outside of Seattle. But yeah, it's just my hometown. I know that place like the back of my hand, so I love it there.
Yeah, it does. So, mustard, mayo,
Or what? What was the
plain?
last
Let's
one?
start with Ace.
Mustard, mayo, or plain?
Plain.
Oh man, 100% mayonnaise. And like my housemates know, so for sure, like I love mayonnaise so much. But you know what's crazy?
It's weird.
You know what's you know what's crazy that like actually tastes a lot better than mayonnaise is vegan mayonnaise. I know that's even weirder, but like it is whew, it is creme de la creme. But what about you, Josh? What's your favorite?
Mustard. Yeah, because it's like, especially if it's like spicy mustard. You know what I mean? Like the almost like a German mustard, like with a lot of horseradish or ginger. It's horseradish. Yeah, horseradish. So good.
I have to say
Lauren, what
mayo
about you?
and mustard because I can't have like mustard without my mayo, and I can't have my mayo without my mustard. Like I have to have them both. But something about Ace about her mayonnaise addiction. There was
Her addiction.
There was one time they had a spicy macaroni and cheese, and she doesn't like spice like me, and she put mayonnaise in the mac and cheese to try to like calm it down, and it was interesting.
Oh.
You can't say that. It was actually pretty tasty.
Oh, no.
It worked.
I would
All right,
go
Alex, what about you?
mustard because I would go mustard because I don't know, it just gives it that kick. You know what I mean? Like mayo is just kind of like, nah, it's mayo. Like I like mayo. I have to have a mayo and like mustard. I agree with Lauren on a sandwich, but I don't know if I have to go with one. I'm gonna go with mustard because it just has more of a kick. It has more flavor, like Dijon mustard.
Amen.
Yeah. I'm just a regular yellow mustard girl. That's it. The Gabe doesn't do
Ooh,
plain.
well,
Yeah, I
It's
do.
so weird.
that's an issue.
I mean, you can't ruin perfection.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Josh, if you had a
Ooh,
superpower,
easy.
what would it be?
This one's easy.
Yeah, this one's easy.
Oh, oof. You know, actually, probably to like, either fly or be able to heal people. Like, I don't know, like you know what I mean? Like, boom, and then like some of you heal.
Better.
Yeah. So like basically like either Jesus
Yeah,
or Superman, like one of the two.
I don't know. Healing powers would be really
Yeah,
good
same.
because I get injured. all
I'd
the
get rid
time.
of my diabetes.
Oh my goodness.
That would be cool.
That would be cool, actually.
All right.
Who?
Hey, same question.
Oh, definitely reading
Hey.
minds. I want to read minds so
Oh,
bad.
that's sick.
'Cause then I feel like I would be so powerful.
Yes!
But then I hear like a lot of people whenever I tell them that they're like, no, I would never want to know what some people are thinking, and I'm like, but you could totally use that to your advantage.
True.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's actually a
yes.
smart one.
That's sneaky.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Alex,
with
same
teleportation,
question.
my guy.
Mm.
Teleportation for
Yes.
sure.
Yes.
You know, you can go wherever you want. So yeah, that's my argument. You go anywhere. Case closed.
Oh, it's like I go to Burbank.
And then
Perfect.
yeah.
Yeah, mine would be invisibility.
Lauren, what about you?
Because then you could like, it's kind of like Alex's, where like you can go wherever you want, but like you don't have to pay for anything. You know, you just sneak your way in because you're invisible.
So you're a criminal.
I used to think about that like when I thought about it when I was younger. I was obsessed with One Direction, and I was like, if I was just invisible, I can go backstage and like meet them and like want to like. I was just like, that's what invisibility. That's what I would do with my
Just
invisibility.
like creepy, like just to watch them.
Just be creepy.
Not
But,
even-
True.
but yeah.
Okay. Now,
That's awesome.
if you could take 5 things to a desert island,
Wait.
what would they be?
Oh.
Let's
Oh,
start with
wait,
that.
what?
Sorry, what was the question?
5 things you could bring to a desert island.
Oh my god.
Number 1, a boat.
Yep.
Just saying. Number 1, a boat.
What?
Okay, Alex. No.
You have to.
Desert island.
Yeah.
5 things.
Because then you could get.
Okay, yeah, 5 things.
You can get
Oh,
off the island.
Yes.
Dude, why did I just think of desert? I didn't think of island. I was like, why would you bring a boat to the desert? There's no water.
Desert island.
I would go with the essentials. Okay, yes. So I'm gonna go with water, a lighter, sunscreen. Don't want to get burned. A fishing pole. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and a and like a spear. No, a knife. Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
not a spear.
Yeah,
A knife.
Can you fish?
Yeah, I love fishing.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
That's cool.
All right. Ace, what about you?
Oh, she just went to the restroom. She went to the restroom. Oh, she's right here.
She's back.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if I said it right. If it's desert island or deserted. Because if it's deserted, definitely a boat so I can get off. But
Desert.
then other than that, 4 things. Mayonnaise. And let's see, what else? A camera to make content out of. You know, because anything you do,
Wi-Fi
content. Yeah, Wi-Fi. How many more do I have? Let's see.
And
That's
2.
2. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Well, if I have the Wi-Fi, I might as well bring my cell phone.
Like,
Let's see. And then lastly, oh, I don't know if y'all know this, but my newest boyfriend is Ghostface, and so I'd probably bring him, which by the way is like a serial killer from the Scream movies. I don't know if you see my recent videos, but it's pretty cool. So I'll probably bring him too. And other than that, and by serial killer, I mean cereal, like, you know, Captain Crunch, and whatever. And so, so yeah, so I'd probably do that. What about you, Josh?
Or yes.
Yeah.
Do you want me next?
Sure.
yeah.
Okay, go. This is very hard. I would probably bring a like there's like these things that like grab the that make water because you know like it makes water because it's what do you call it?
I don't know.
It, like yeah, it's not like a water purifier. Oh, I could bring a water purifier, but it's like this thing that basically like grabs all the humidity out of the air. So it's like a dehumidifier basically. So then it makes water constantly. So I have a consistent amount of water. And then I would take I'd take something like a lighter for fire so then I can like burn the whole thing down until a helicopter sees me. And then probably like a floaty for the water and then like a little knife. And then I think that's it. Is that 4 or 5?
That's 4.
A 4. Okay, and then the 5th one be a Chipotle bowl to go. That would be
Yeah.
my fifth one.
Yes.
Okay. Lauren, your turn.
Gosh, going last on this one is kind of hard because I want to try and think outside the box. But I mean, if I'm being realistic, I would probably do a fishing pole like Alex said. I would want to get like actually, I would definitely have to have my dog Bailey with me.
If you're going, she's going with
She's
you.
my emotional support. So I just use literally like she'll be someone I could talk to because I talk to her every day.
Nice.
So I don't go insane. And then 3, I would bring like a solar panel charger thing.
Okay.
Something with a solar panel that can charge, and then probably a solar panel light so that I can have light and it doesn't run out of batteries. And last thing would be probably a knife so that I can build some cute forts with some nature.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so what childhood toy was you guys' favorite? So let's start with maybe Alex on this one.
Oh man, that's a good question. I My childhood toy. I was really into like water sports and like anything with a board. So I like to skimboard, wakeboard, skateboard, kneeboard.
You have to choose one.
So okay, I'm gonna go with skateboard.
Okay.
Okay. Ace, what about you?
I would say probably the Sega or like Nintendo 64 because I love Mario Kart. Mario Kart was my thing. I was always Peach, always. And so that would probably be it. Oh my gosh, Josh, did you just bring out your favorite child? He had a childhood game with him.
What did you bring out?
Okay, so growing up, I had this game that I would sit down and play for hours. And recently, David Dobrik like put it in his story randomly, and he was like, "Do you guys remember this game?" And it's called Tiger Games Bullseye Ball. You can't like buy it anymore. So there was only one I could find on eBay, and it was like $120. And they're normally like $15. But I was like, okay, this is a collection piece. It's the only one I can get. So that was my Bullseye Ball, and it's like these little like metal balls that you have to like bounce into like these 3 like holes or whatever and get points. But I would be so focused on it. And that one, I had like a WowWee like robot that I really loved. It was like the really like cool one that like talked and picked up a cup and everything. And I was like 6 years old, but yeah, that was my favorite.
Oh, that's cool.
Lauren, what about you?
Mine was my American Girl dolls, for sure. I loved them. I loved dressing them up, and I loved, like, they're so, I don't know, they're just so cute. I still have them in my closet to this day. They're, like, kind of sitting on a shelf, and then Alex sometimes is like, those dolls are so creepy, you need to put them away. And I'm like, no, they're my dolls. They're so cute. So, yeah, my American Girl dolls, for sure.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome. So, what is the one thing that you've learned that you would tell future you to remember? Let's start with Josh.
Ooh, that's a good question.
This is hard. Oh, stop being indecisive. Literally
You're,
growing.
still indecisive.
I'm like telling myself now. I used to be. That's another like content thing. When I would first start on Musical.ly, like you could lip sync, but you could do it over and over and over and over again. Like even now with TikToks, so many different things. I was just so indecisive. Just go with your gut and like make a decision. Like that's the thing.
All right.
That's cool.
What about you, Lauren?
I would definitely tell myself to just like not care so much about what others think and just do what I want to do. Because like definitely in high school, I don't know why, but every time inside my head, I was always like anything that I did, I was thinking about like what others would think. And honestly, like now growing up, I don't think about it as much anymore because I'm my own person. I think I've grown that way. So if I could tell my younger self, I'd be like, do what you love and don't care what others think. So that's something I would say.
That's good.
That is good.
Alex, what about you?
For monetary purposes, buy as many Pokemon loot boxes as possible. And then hold on to them until now and then sell them now. But you know what? He already screwed up.
Ace, what about you?
Man. Oh, that's so hard. So wait, what would I tell my future self? Or wait, said ask. Oh, my past self.
What is the one thing that you've learned that you would tell future self to remember?
Tell future self what to.
Or you can do past, either or.
Okay. Well, yeah. Either way, I would just say like just remember everything's gonna be fine. Like everything's fine. Like like God's got your back. You're good to go. Like don't fret. Don't worry. And also like if I was gonna tell my past self something like. Don't fart in front of people. It's not socially acceptable.
I'm sorry, but I don't agree with that one. I believe in the let it out if you got it in. So.
Okay.
Always better out than in, they always say. I was even sound like that was like Captain.
Okay. In addition to all you have going on, what's next for you guys?
That's actually a really good question because we are up in the air right now.
I'll kind of I'll take the reins on this one and try to explain it.
Wait. But first and foremost, take over the world. Okay, next.
Okay, yes, good one.
Yes.
Right now, we are in a very uncomfortable situation. No, we're in a situation where we have to move. We couldn't renew the lease and just a lot of switches with content, everybody individually. So we're still gonna continue running Halo House and supporting each other and bringing on new friends to be in our group content and stuff and going to LA. So that's like our next move. I think like overall, like we plan to just continue growing together. And, I know everybody has like their different desires, and I hope that we can all reach those goals and just keep working hard and reaching those dreams,
Yes. We also have like a reality show that will be coming out next year.
Cool.
So
Nice.
that is something that I am so excited to see like come together, because we have been filming for the past 3 months, and I cannot wait to be able to like see everything like come together and rewatch it and like relive the memories and stuff. So that is something very exciting that's coming out soon.
And I'll say like producing that has been such a process and has even helped us learn more about each other. And it's been super, just a creative process in what we're doing. So I'm excited for Halo House to grow as like a network and a production company and like us as a team, so that project can like obviously do super well, and we can keep doing other cool things, whether it means like hitting the road or traveling the world or just going on crazy adventures. But yeah.
That's gonna be awesome. Where are you guys gonna be showing that? Is it gonna be like on YouTube or Netflix, or where can people expect to see it?
So I don't know if we're gonna necessarily like sell it to a network. I think it's gonna be more of like a new media project. So we're producing it. So we have like full creative control of the project. So probably on like Halo House's YouTube, as long as it's doing well over the next 6 months, year, and publish it and get sponsors for it and just do a season 2, hopefully. I mean, what crazy things are going on right now, so we're still filming even for season 2.
Oh, that's gonna be nice.
Yeah,
it's gonna be nice. I have one question for you guys before we decide to head on our separate ways. What is the one thing that you want our audience to know about you?
Yeah. We'll start with Lauren.
Why?
I was like, why? We'll start with Ace, right? We'll start with me.
Chill.
We'll start with me, I guess. We'll give everybody like a few seconds. I think one thing I would say is probably, I guess, like, I don't know, it's kind of hard. There are like a few things that like we're even showing in the reality show and kind of in content, but like I really like, I love music. Like, I love music. My mom's like an opera singer, and I've been like that's been a passion of mine since I was like 3 years old, and a lot of people don't know that I try to sing, and I love writing. So I think that's definitely something I'm working on as well. Alex is doing the same thing. Ace is as well, actually. We're all working on like our own project over here. But I think really just like the passion for music and kind of like going into that.
Ace, what about you?
One thing I would want people to know about me is that no matter what, you could literally be anybody, and if you can reach out to me somehow, if you need someone to talk to, I'm your best friend, so I will be there for you, hype you up, support you, whatever you need, whatever you're going through, I can help you get through it, because that's like my number one thing that I believe my purpose is on earth, is to help other people, and so and to inspire others to live life to the fullest. So hopefully I'm doing that through my content. But yeah, I wish that we could get rid of the label followers so much, like because like to me, I support them and they support me. So whether it's like we could label it like supporters or whatever, but I call them my besties. So so that's something about me. I love being everyone's hype man.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Love that. Oh my God, look at you, Ace.
Yeah. Alex, what about you?
I don't know. I guess because I don't really show my like actual personality. I guess I wish they just knew my personality, and it's like it's pretty dull. It's like I'm just kind of a boring, like chill dude. I like food a lot. That's one. That's probably the big. Okay, yeah, that's the big thing. I love food so much. Now that I'm actually like talking about food, I had some soup this morning. Probably the best soup I've ever had. Portobello mushroom soup. It was amazing. Just letting you guys know. Kind of a flex, but whatever. So I don't know. I like food, and I'm just
That's you too.
That's about it. Yeah.
I like food.
That's Gabe too.
Yeah, I like food.
Every 2 hours, he's eating.
Respect, Gabe.
Yeah. Okay, Lauren, what about you?
I would say like one thing that I struggle with is I'm like an introvert, and I have like a lot of anxiety, and I just like I sometimes feel like alone, and I want everybody to know that like they're not alone, and I want people to like be able to know, like, you know how they always say like it's okay to not be okay, and like I just want people to know that you're not alone, because I go through it a lot, like with anxiety and like having a hard time, or like, you know, going out and coming here to Arizona for 3 months was really hard for me. Just push outside your comfort zone. Like, if I can do it, you could do it. Because I feel like Burbank, like can't leave Burbank. But yeah, like if people struggle with that kind of stuff, like I'm always like, Ace, like if you struggle with any kind of anxiety, like I would love to hear your side of the story. And like, if you guys can like reach out to me, I'd love to hear it. And then I will share some of my stuff, because you're not alone. And I just want that to be very clear.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And where can we find you guys on social media?
For me, Lauren, you can find me under I'm That Lauren on all platforms.
And then for me, Alex, you can find me at Alex K, just ALEXKAY.
And then for me, it's mine's a little bit all over the place, but you can kind of find me anywhere under Laugh with Josh. That was kind of like the original thing, but also Josh Sadowski on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that good stuff.
And you can find me Ace under at Ace Cross Crook on all platforms.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, guys.
I've laughed so hard. You guys are awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys, and we will definitely see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Did you guys enjoy the show? I know we did. Thank you so much to Josh, Ace, Lauren, and Alex for joining us today. And yeah, I'll see you guys next season. So, peace out.
Thank you.